Doctor, the hero. Finally, all of us, the 6 sages, have been awakened. The time has come for the great showdown with the King of Evil has come. I read that twice by accident. Before that, though, you should meet the one who is waiting for you. The one who is waiting for you at the Temple of Time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time we fought my favourite boss in the game, Twin Rover, and got the Spirit Medallion for our troubles. Getting us, as Rauru rightly said there, all of the medallions. Here I'm killing levers, because there's one thing I very briefly want to show off here. If you kill enough levers in a very short period of time, you unlock... Oh, that wasn't enough. Oh no, they came at me like a... There we go. Oh, nope. Come on. Yeah, you get the super lever. It's a purple lever that it takes a few hits to hit. While I was here, I figured I'd show it off. It's nothing significant. Anyway, so this episode, we're actually not going to be going to the Temple of Time, as Rauru said. We've got a couple of things to do. We actually weirdly have things to do back at Gerudo's Fortress, but there's no way to do Gerudo's Fortress back from here. Gerudo's Fortress remains a really difficult place to get to, because if you warp here, you can't get back over to it. You basically have to warp to Lake Hylia as the closest place. But we've got different stuff to do. We actually need to head to Zora's Fountain, which is another awkward place to get to. There we go, brain not working. So actually, closer way is Kakariko, and I've got a bloody walk. So I will see you at Zora's Fountain. So here, the first thing you need to do is make sure it's night. Weirdly, even though this normally has the Hyrule Field music, it's one of, I think, the only place that has the Hyrule Field music where time does not pass normally. Now we have the Silver Gauntlets, we can pick up and throw that rock, which reveals another, slightly smaller rock underneath. This one they really make you work for. This is, under normal conditions, the last... What the fuck? I've just actually completely lost the ability to speak on account of that not working. There we go. I'm indicative for that. There we go. Yeah, under normal conditions. Oh, by the way, fucking spooky skulltulas. Yeah, you can only see them with the lens of truth. Meaning that War Masters aren't the only example of that. I was wrong when I said that a few episodes ago in the Shadow Temple. But yes, this is normally the final Skulltula you get in the game. It's not here because I missed one out, but this is the only one you need to have beaten the Spirit Temple to get that, because you need the Silver Gauntlets, which makes it this is the only one you need to have beaten the Spirit Temple for. So it's often the last one you get in the game, and indeed there is the little bastard. So that brings us up to a grand total of 99. The final one. Well, actually, we won't be getting it right away. But it is where we need to head. Wait, I've confused myself. Fuck it. Let's head over to the Gerudo Fortress. So here you'll notice this little thing that we couldn't... Well, we could have done this before, once we've got the Gerudo token, because when you speak to it, she says, "This is the Gerudo training ground. Gerudo token verified. One try for 10 rupees. So this is like... It's not right to call it a minigame. I don't think it's a macro game, because it's going to take the vast majority of the rest of the episode. So this is the Gerudo training grounds, and it's its own little dungeon. It has a well, no, not really useful reward, actually. I don't think I ever used the reward. But in order to complete it, you need to have basically completed, or at least, well, if you can overcome the trials ahead, then and only then will you be qualified to hold our secret treasure. Yes, you need to have got at least the dungeon items from every dungeon in order to complete this. So it's a very late game thing, especially given the reward it gives you, which is slightly strange. Anyway, we start off to the left here. Defeat all the enemies in a limited time. So this room is annoying and sandy, so if we put the Sacred Feet on, we at least get around that problem. We've got a minute to defeat the Stalfos, which isn't the easiest, but basically we just have to be super aggressive, which I can manage with Big Run Sword, and we can take a fair few hits. I've got, like, fairies coming out my ass, and we've got completely full heart containers, so you can actually stand to be pretty fucking aggressive. Come on. Oh, I still need to wait for them to drop their guard, though. And wallop! There we go. So, with them defeated... The way through opens, but this dungeon isn't really linear as such. What really matters is gathering keys. There's a grand total of 9 keys to gather throughout it. So it's a slightly strange one. This room next one is a bit more awkward. So gather the Jewels of White, whilst avoiding traps and danger. So if we go to the left here and avoid traps and danger. There we go. Oh, there's a fucking Floor Master just to make stuff, well, War Master just to make stuff even more exciting. Now we go up here. Oh dear, past him. And then right at the top here, we get our second one. Then we need to go down here, up here, and then if we should be told which, you can just jump that. Wonderful. Then we go straight up here, down to the right, and right again there. There's a firewall there, which is why we couldn't have just walked around the other way to get that. We've got a short time to do this, which is why I'm kind of just talking through it relatively quickly. And once we are up here, the final one we need is over there. I believe we can just grapple to it straight from here. Bags of time. Wonderful. Right, now we... I'm going to finish that a little bit more efficiently now. I don't actually entirely know where I am. As you'll notice, Floor Masters only drop on certain parts of this room. Ooh, that's not where I wanted to go. And I guess it's... Oh, I need to grapple through this, don't I? There we go. No keys in this room, merely proceeding through to the next one. It'd be really handy if this place had a map, but of course it doesn't. Without the necessary items, one will be confounded by impossible mysteries. So we at least need the silver gauntlets for this. When I say the dungeon items from every item, from every dungeon, the silver gauntlets will do. You actually don't need the mirror shield for this. So yes, you can do this, I think, in between... Oh, man, I'm a real lying piece of shit. I thought the White Wolfos in Ice Cavern was the only one in the game, but there are two here. What do you know? But yes, you don't. You can do this between like the adult and child spirit temples, but I didn't really want to break that flow, did I? Anyway, if we open this, we get not a key. We get a bundle of arrows. Fantastic. And we can push that. We actually don't want to do that right away. Silver hands, which we have. If we bring up the lens of truth, then we can actually grapple up there to a secret grapple point. Oh yes. And there's a switch here to press. That opens a door we haven't got to yet. It's not this door here. We actually don't want to go through. We're going to go back. This room's really fucking weird. Right, let's push this out of the way. And here is the door we just opened with the switch. You'd open it and find it locked, so I just kind of sped that process up. Oh, so this is the room of anuses. Well, look at that shape and tell me it doesn't look like an anus. Oh, he anused me! Oh no, bollocks. He's going to take away my tunic and my shield, isn't he? Yeah, you little fucker. Actually, you can't take away the mirror shield, at least. That's handy. But I do want that Goron tunic back, so I'm going to kill him relatively sharpish. Do I get it back? Come on. There we go. There was this dumbass green tunic. No, I'm actually saving that for the final thing, to go back to, like, OG Link. Let's kill this final anus. And so there's a chest up here. Whoa, weird shit going on. So there is a chest up here, which contains... Nonsense! Ugh. And so the real chest is somewhere down here. If we look down where the likes are, there are two chests. Open this one, and it contains a blue rupee. Open the second one. Can you guess what's going to be in this one? Wow, that's a huge rupee, worth 200 rupees. Great, I've had 500 rupees for as long as I can fucking remember as an adult, so it's not really worth anything. We actually want to use the Lens of Truth to get this third one, which is the worthwhile one, which gives us a key. Right, let's head back to that sneaky truth corridor. And now from here we can proceed. You don't use any of these keys at all, by the way, throughout the dungeon. You just need them all at the end, basically. There's one room which has like 1,000 locked doors in it. Well, it has 9 locked doors in it. Oh, balls, I've got that all up. Use the Scarecrow song here. You'll see why in a second. It just provides a handy shortcut back up here, which we'll be using in a second. If we hop down, there's a statue in the middle. Blind the eyes of the statue. I mean, there's as obvious an instruction as they come. Let's take fire arrows off because you can fire faster, as in more frequently. There's a minimum like delay recharge on fire arrows, which there isn't on arrows. And so when we get around to this fourth one, we should just be able to whoop. Okay, and that might not do it in time. There we go. So that unlocks both the barred door, which was up next to where we used the Scarecrow song, and a wee chest down here, which if we grab it, contains... Oh, fucking, come on. There we go. Contains a small key. Now we need to get up to where that last barred door was, which is very handy if you've already created a Scarecrow up here. I'm actually not sure if there's any way you can be... Oh yeah, we would be able to have summoned Pierre from down here anyway, but for now we'll head up and through this door here into a tiny little room that just has another key in it. So we're on 4. We are nearly halfway there. Now we need to head back to downstairs in the room we were just in. I was going to cut there, but it's really not worth it. I wish this place had some more exciting music, even just like the Gerudo Fortress music, but it has this generic in-cave music. It's actually the Dodongo's Cavern music, amongst other things. Find the secret hidden in this room. So, the first way to get to the secret is to kill everything. Can you stun these guys with the hook shots? No, that actually doesn't speed it up at all. Maybe I can stun them and jump attack. Well, I think that might be our final torture lock. Actually, definitely not our final torture lock in the game. With everyone dead, one door unlocks and one chest appears. What do you think? Is this chest going to contain a key? The answer is no. You usually have to put in a little bit more work than that to get a key out. So we need to switch up to the Megaton Hammer. I should put it on the touchy button. And oh wow, I got it first try. I can never remember which one it's in, but there's a switch behind one of them. The rest of them only have nonsense in. This makes this drop in the middle. Well, this was already here. It just made the flames around it drop, which gives us a small key. The way we came in is locked, so the only way we can proceed is through here to the lava room. So here, once again, we need to cross the Sea of Fire, and this room will be one of those you need to wear the Goron Tunic rooms. But I'm already wearing the Goron Tunic because I like red. So I'm going to put on hover boots because it definitely makes this whole section a lot easier. Except not putting on hover boots because I first wanted this here. You have to do some really dodgy crossing maneuvers, so it's far easier. You can see our 4 silver rupees we're aiming for, and yeah, just having the hover boots just gives you a bit more wiggle room. There's also some I think you literally can't do without the hover boots. Oh, here, Navi's going green, which means if we play the Song of Time... what am I going to do for now? Actually, I do... Whoopity bugger! He just nearly spin up beer on my keyboard. Is what I'm going to do. Up here is just a loose key, which is really weird. And I don't want to proceed through there yet, so... Right, got a couple of things to do. I'm going to grab this silver rupee here. Ooh, that's stuff. That's why I wear hover boots. If you hit the switch... That drops the flames around one of the other silver rupees. Don't grab it quite yet, just for weird timing issues. Basically, sometimes while the cutscene of, hooray, you got all the silver rupees is playing, the flames come back during that cutscene and then kills you, which is unpleasant, so kind of make sure your last rupee is a safe one. Following that, we can now proceed through this door. Collect the underwater gems. So once again, we need to... No, I'm not singing the song. So here we need the iron boots, because this entire section takes place underwater. Whoop! Down we go. I should probably put the Zora tunic on. Oh, fuck it. How long have I got? I've got like 3 minutes or something ludicrous. Oh, that's a thing already. I've got, yeah, literally 2 minutes. I'm actually going to see if I can do this on it. Self-imposed timer. Let's kill these shell blades first, because they very much do get in the way. Is there one more yet? And then you've got 4... We gathered one already. You've got 4 silver rupees to get in slightly strange positions. You can float yourself up to them by just taking the iron boots off, or I find the most useful way of doing it is this. If you position yourself right, you can use the hookshot's path to go through the silver rupee, thus negating the need for any dodgy floating mechanics. But unfortunately here, there is no way to avoid the need for dodgy floating mechanics. This is the issue. If you float, the whole place has got a whirlpool in it, and so actually floating up to the rupee you desire is quite challenging. But getting all of the silver rupees unlocks a chest back at the surface level. Easily did that without needing to breathe like some kind of chump. Anyway, coming up here, we will get our 6th. He says 6th? 7th, indeed. Counting good. Key. So let's head back into the lava room. And now the way we actually need to proceed, we can go dead ahead here, and you will go into the kind of central room of locks. But we actually, I think we may possibly have enough keys for it. I don't think you literally need every single key, but you know, here we are. Basically, if you want to... Oh, defeat all the enemies in limited time. And it's a new enemy! This is a Dynalfoss. Use your shield well and fight with L targeting techniques. Don't use your shield at all. That's a complete lie. Stay mobile. Dynalfoss are basically just like a more aggressive version of a Lizalfoss. They attack more, and also, unlike pretty much every other enemy in the game, if you are L targeting them, and there's a pair of them, the other one will still attack you. Almost no enemies do that. Most of them are polite, for want of a better term. Dynalfoss aren't. We finally just need to take out this Beamos. Oh dear, not with that attitude we are. There we go, and upon defeating it, the way out unlocks, as does our next chest. Come on. Oh, for fuck's sake. There we go. Right, we actually are nearly done in here now. We've done all the little side puzzles. Basically, yeah, if you haven't done the Spirit Temple, or like if you're missing one bit, I think you can, there is a way to wheedle it around. You just have to take the right order. But it's easier to just wait until we've got everything and do everything, because the reward of this isn't particularly useful anyway. If you play the Song of Storms here, a fairy will appear, but we're pretty good for health. So what we need to do is go dead ahead here into the Room of Rocks. If you desire to acquire a hidden treasure, you must strive to obtain the keys hidden in each chamber. And indeed, we've got all of them, so we can just unlock our way through all of these. We go through here. Oh, did I miss the point for the thing? Yes, I did. There's actually one more key to get in here. If we use the Lens of Truth and look up here. There we go. There's a final sneaky bit up here, which contains... the 9th and final key, which I'm not actually convinced we'll need. But anyway, let's proceed onwards. Speed on, please. So yeah, we only needed 7 keys, and we got along the way a whole host of useless shit, from arrows to rupees. This game isn't great at rewarding you because rupees aren't really useful for anything. And this gets us ice arrows. Any target it strikes will freeze. It's not the most useful thing ever. I don't think I've ever used them, really. But hey, you know, let's put them on anyway. You never know. For now, we've got one more thing to do. Let's head outside. Oh, there's no way to walk out here, is there? Fuck, I can walk out. Let's head up to the archery range. So, up here, I meant to get this while I was last here, but I was too happy celebrating the fact that I did really well in the horseback archery trials. We have up in here, so make sure it's night, our final Skulltula of the game. Oh, no! Actually, so basically, this is a grapple thing, and I thought I'd accidentally gone, would you boy and grappled up to it. Anyway, we've got all 100 Skulltulas. So let's go claim our really disappointing reward from the Skulltula house in Kakariko Village to end up the episode. So, the bloke in the middle is finally de-spidered. If we talk to him, he says, "Since you've destroyed 100 spiders of the curse on me has been broken. Thank you, here's a token of my appreciation." And he gives you 200 rupees. I mean, on the plus side, if you leave and speak to him again, he will give you it again. Doing all 100 gold Skulltulas gets you unlimited money. But, given the fact you've got 100 gold Skulltulas, you've essentially completed the game at that point. You've gone everywhere. So the chances of you still needing money for things is pretty fucking low. So it's a fairly disappointing thing. If you really want to just gather the gold Skulltulas, just gather 50 of them, get the heart piece, don't bother with any more of that. But you know, I showed all for completion. And that brings us to the end of this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. We've cleaned up actually the final things around. Everything else that remains, if you're aware of something, it'll probably be in a bonus episode. Drop me a comment anyway, by the way, if you think there's something I've missed. And I will put it in that bonus episode, because I'm going to record the next 2 final episodes now, for me. So, I will see you next episode, where we're going to return to the Temple of Time and see who Raoru wanted us to meet. Thank you very much, and good day.